2 days since somebody allegedly tried to kill Donald Trump again. And you're here at the podium in the White House briefing room calling him a threat.
Is that no one has tried to kill Kamala Harris in the last couple of months, and 2 people now have tried to kill Donald Trump in the last couple of months. I'd say that's pretty strong evidence that the left needs to tone down the rhetoric and needs to cut this crap out.
The audience is appalled.
Yeah.
Literally, jaws were dropping in our
audience. JD, clearly you've not been to one of your boss's rallies.
Yes, chaos erupted in the room after this surface. The first clip you saw, Karine Pierre says it is dangerous for Peter Doocy to call her out after she called Trump a threat to democracy just 2 days after he was nearly assassinated. It is insane to see how these people are. Now, on the other hand, The View cannot even take what Vance said.
2 days since somebody allegedly tried to kill Donald Trump again. And you're here at the podium in the White House briefing room calling him a threat.
President Biden has been clear-eyed about the threat that the former president represents to our democracy.
How many more assassination attempts on Donald Trump until the president and the vice president and you pick a different word to describe Trump other than threat?
Peter, if anything from this administration, I actually completely disagree with the premise of your question, the question that you're asking. It is also incredibly dangerous in the way that you're asking it, because American people are watching. And to say that from an administration who has consistently condemned political violence, from an administration where the president called the former president and was grateful that he was okay, from an administration who has called out January 6th, called out the attack of Paul Pelosi, called out and said we need to lower the temperature after the Butler incident, and now for you to make that kind of comment in your question, because your question involved a comment and a statement. And, it is, that is also incredibly dangerous.
Yes, Peter is the reason I still watch these people. If Peter Doocy was not here, I will never pay attention to these videos or the press conference they usually put out. You want to lower the temperature, but at the same time, you are increasing it. Tell me, explain to me how this makes sense. This question Peter raised here is very important, and it triggered her to a level. She turned it and said, oh, that question is very dangerous. American people are watching. It is not cool. When you want to make peace or you want the environment to, don't use word that triggered. I should always see maybe Republican doing that. Okay, at that time we would judge that, oh, these people continue to do that. But every single day you continue to do it. Then at the same time pretending like you want everywhere to calm down. It's insane, right?
So now we're going to talk about some idiotic stuff, okay? Because the motive behind the gunman arrested in an apparent assassination attempt against the former president is still under investigation, but it hasn't stopped the Republican candidate and his running mate from putting the blame on President Biden and Vice President Harris. Take a look.
But you know the big difference between conservatives and liberals is that no one has tried to kill Kamala Harris in the last couple of months, and 2 people now have tried to kill Donald Trump in the last couple of months. I'd say that's pretty strong evidence that the left needs to tone down the rhetoric and needs to cut this crap out.
The audience is appalled.
Yeah.
Literally, jaws were dropping in our
So quit blaming folks until you decide to take a look at what's coming out of your mouth. You didn't want to tell people that it was a lie that you've been talking about when you're sending people to go against folks in the community, in Ohio. You know it's a lie. But you talk about, well, Joy, you're going to bring it up.
Yeah.
Because you know what he did.
J.D. Vance.
Yes,
but besides all the things you mentioned, I mean, he's still making jokes about Pelosi's husband, who was practically beaten to death. He still will not, he's still making...
Is that Vance or...
No, we're talking about Trump. Well, you know, both of them, basically.
Okay.
Trump is still making light of the kidnapping plot against Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer.
Yeah.
But this business about the Haitian community is making me feel sick.
Well, it should.
I mean, they've amplified these lies and that the Haitian community is eating pets and dogs and like this, and it's just...
And it's a lie.
And it's absurd.
No one is eating anyone's pets anywhere.
And to the point where they had to close schools in Springfield, Ohio, because there were so many bomb threats against these children.
That is a mainstream media for you. Sometimes when I look at what is going on, it is always good to pay good attention to what is happening. Watch all the mainstream media, try to figure out the truth. Now they are linking what happened in Springfield, like, oh, Trump did this, Trump did that. According to this tweet, even after it was revealed that every single thread in Springfield was a hoax and Pierre to be originate overseas, CNN is still blaming it on Trump and J.D. Vance. It is insane. The same thing here with The View. Look at what they are saying. They are just spreading the lies like never before. It is insane. There is nobody to fact check this. The mayor made it clear that about 33 hoaxes were from foreign sources, things like that, all lies. Then the mainstream media carried all the way thread the way.
Because watch J.D. Vance in this clip.
The American media totally ignored this stuff until Donald Trump and I started talking about cat memes. If I have to, create stories so that the American media actually pays attention to the suffering of the American people, then that's what I'm going to do, Dana.
You just said that this is a story that you created. So the eating dogs and cats thing is not accurate.
Dana, it comes from firsthand accounts from my constituents. I say that we're creating a story, meaning we're creating the American media focusing on it.
No. You are lying and making up stories.
Yeah.
And you know, to me today, coming in here, I'm thinking, this has become absurd now. Yeah. There's the political violence prelude to fascism.
Yep.
That happens in every country. I'm not making this up. And it's time for Cruz, Lindsey Graham, Mike Johnson, and Mitch McConnell to step up and be men. Robert De Niro was on the television the other day. I love Robert De Niro. He said the mob has a code of ethics. These people do not even have that.
Yeah.
You know what is funny? These people have limited ideas on some of these things they say. Look at Joy Bear. She is clueless. Then you will see someone else and just say, yeah. Then the population upload. What are they even talking about? It's crazy to run a show spewing lies like this. J.D. Vance made it clear, based on the information videos have seen, people cannot just come from nowhere. They're putting out videos complaining what is happening into the environs. Then you sit here and tell me, oh, it's a...
I've been called a Trump alarmist for a very long time. They were wrong.
Voters who said they moved towards Trump afterwards. And when they were asked why, they said because Kamala Harris was evasive on her answers around the economy.
Trump has come in the spin room, just so you know. That has happened.
Newly reported by NBC News, Vice President Kamala Harris has spoken recently and repeatedly with former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton.
It will not do in 4 years. It is insane to think that...
You really want Trump to lose this election, right? No, you don't? No. Really?
So that debate was a bunch of BS.
Well, my friends, Kamala Harris deserves an Academy Award for gaslighting, deflecting.
Bruh. We still have to have a controlled border, a secure border.
And the fact that this is a fan-voted award and you voted for this, I appreciate it so much. And if you are over 18, please register to vote for something else that's very important coming up.
Look at this. She's only up by 15 points.
Taylor Swift, as though I have that power.
Something that I know is right and